What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. So look, y'all, I regret to inform you that 2019 first round draft pick in the NFL and Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins was unfortunately struck and killed today by a dump truck. And like y'all, when I first heard this news, like I didn't even know how to receive it. Because for one, I know anybody getting killed and getting hit by any vehicle is tragic. It's terrible. But I know this was a very, very young brother. Very young. He just came out of Ohio State a few years back. So I'm knowing he's super young, had not even lived life, had not really gotten to enjoy his life that much. You know, recently married, not even had a lot of time with his wife. And unfortunately, he gets his life taken in a situation that's just crazy and chaotic. Like, you know, he was killed on impact, I believe. You know, and man, it's been things circulating around social media of Dwayne Haskins, and Dwayne played at The Ohio State University. And there's this video of him as a kid. I think his father or somebody's recording him, and he's like, look, hey Wayne, how you feeling? He's at Ohio State in the locker room. I guess it's like some type of football camp he's at. And Dwayne is basically saying, like, you know, it's amazing. I'm going to college here. I'm going to college here. And man, it's like prophetic. The brother comes and he plays at Ohio State, The Ohio State University, and turns it out. Had one of the most historic football seasons to ever come through college football and that university itself. Threw for 50 touchdowns and nearly 5,000 yards in 1 year, one season. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And, you know, the brother had a whole lot of talent, man. And the only crazy thing, like I said, he's playing, you get a chance to do something that you love, right? And you get paid handsomely for it, which will change your family's life. That is a beautiful feeling that I wish that I get to experience one day. Doing something that I love, doing something like this, broadcasting, reporting, talking to the public, and ultimately me putting in years of dedication, putting in time and months and years of dedication, and ultimately it pays off to an extent where my family's whole life has changed. That's a blessing. And he changed his family life while doing something that he loved. The only reason he was in South Florida anyway when he got killed is that he was practicing with the other Pittsburgh Steelers quarterbacks, running backs, and receivers, trying to prepare for the season, doing something that he loved, and something like this happens. Now, from what I understand, he was on a highway when he got struck because he ran out of gas. That's the story that I've been hearing. He ran out of gas. He's trying to see what the issue was going around. And then he got struck by a dump truck. And, y'all, oh, man, that's terrible. That is really, really terrible. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Watching that video of him as a kid, it did something to me. It really, really did something to me watching a young brother talking about, you know, as a young kid, I'm coming to play football here, and thinking like, man, I remember the season he was killing it. My father was calling me, man, you know, they got this young boy, you know what I'm saying, young black kid playing quarterback down in Ohio State. He killing it. And I'm watching like, yeah, that dude, the truth, you know, and, you know, watching him get into the NFL and all of that, it just like, it was an amazing thing to watch that brother do what he did. But I want to say this is a flip side of this story. Something that I think is that was tweeted that was crazy. My boy Melvin calls me. He tell me, you know, did I hear about Dwayne Haskins? Then he tells me they lighten Adam Schefter, NFL reporter Adam Schefter. He's the official reporter for the NFL. He getting lit up on Twitter. And I said, for what? And he said, go look what he tweeted. And I go to Twitter, go what he tweeted, and here's what Mr. Adam Schefter has said about Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington in Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got struck by a car in South Florida, per his agent Cedric Saunders. Right? Let me read that again. Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL, died this morning when he got hit by a car in South Florida. I read that and I'm like, wow. Why is Adam Schefter telling us about his struggling NFL career in a post about his death? Why is he telling us about his struggles and so on and so forth in a post about that man's death? That's absolutely crazy to me. It's ridiculous. And then you got other people coming out and defending him. I love Marcus Spears. I really, really do. Swagoo's really dope. But Swagoo come out, he made a mistake. We all make mistakes. Listen, that's cool. But this one, nah. Adam been working way too long in the media. Way too, is a seasoned writer. For him to put something like that, he should know it's extremely insensitive to that man's wife, that man's family, parents, all his loved ones, all the friends and people that loved him. That's extremely disrespectful to that man to talk about his struggles in the league, his struggles, how he was struggling. That ain't nothing, excuse me, that's not nothing you put. I would have kept it at 2019 first round draft pick and Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins, has been killed or has died after being struck by not Dwayne Haskins, a standout at Ohio State, before struggling to catch on with Washington and Pittsburgh in the NFL. Like, come on, man. That's like if one of us pass away right now, right? Or pass away or something. Knock on wood. In the first news about, our passing is somebody talking about how we struggled at our job. Yeah. If somebody say, oh, yeah, such and such, they worked hard. They were great in college, but they went on. They was a great standout at college before struggling at his or her everyday job in the office. They were great in college, but they struggled at, before they did all of that, and then they struggled at their job. They struggled in the office. Like, that would be like, are you kidding me? That would be ridiculous, right? And that's the problem that I have. Like, this is not coming from a rookie writer. This is a seasoned writer that knows very damn well how things can come across. So I find it extremely hard to not feel like, oh, he didn't know how to be empathetic and so on and so forth. Fam, no, you've been doing this way too long. There's a way to write everything. There's a way to address everything, and that ain't it. I don't care. We're not trying to hear about his struggles and all of that shit. That's not cool. That's not that his family does not want to hear about his struggles in the NFL when they talking about their loved one dying. His parents don't want to hear that. His wife don't want to hear that. Because to them, that man is a superhero. That man is a hero. He changed their life. Changed their life forever. So to hear that shit, nah, bruh. And that's the problem. A lot of reporters simply look at athletes as just a means to an end. That's all they are, just a means to an end. They are a commodity to get them wealthy, and they don't look at them as regular human beings who have families, friends, close ones, and so on and so forth. They just look at them as a means to an end, right? So, I write about y'all to get paid and get my bread. They don't look at them as, they don't humanize these players. These players are human. Just because they big and strong and fast and all of that, don't mean they are immune to, and that doesn't mean that them and their families are immune to the things that you can say can be very, very insensitive and empathetic, especially in the time of his death. You can talk about how he struggled when he's alive and well, but in the time that he is deceased, nobody wants to hear him talk. Nobody want to hear you talk about his struggles and how he struggled here and there and all of that. Nobody want to hear that, fam. Just say rest in peace, be respectful, say your condolences, and move on. All of that, mentioning his struggles and all of that, that's clown behavior. That's very distasteful. It comes across as extremely, like, again, insensitive, weird, rude. It's just not, it doesn't have any tact to it at all. And he knows about being tactful. He works in the media. So that is why Adam Schefter kept catching that heat. And Adam Schefter took the tweet down and revised it or whatever and all of that. But at that point, you know how social media works. Once you put something out there in the public, it's gone. It's gone. Everybody was seeing that, and they were seeing that post. They were tweeting and retweeting and cussing them out and all of that because they know it's wrong. And Adam should have knew better. He should have known better. Adam should have known better than to tweet something like that. Young brother lost his life tragically. Nobody want to hear about how he was struggling at his everyday job, struggling to find a team and, having struggles on the field. So what? But that ain't the time. You don't bring nothing up like that. That ain't the time to talk about nothing like that. That man is no longer here with us. And the last thing you want to talk about is how he was struggling. Yeah, he struggled, but deceased, he was struggling. Rest in peace to him. He died. But he was a good back in the day, but I remember how he was struggling, man. That's how you tweet about that man's death. That's how you talk about that man's life. You sum up his life about him being a standout and then struggling. Not like, no. Dwayne Haskins, a husband. I don't know if he was a father, but a son, a brother, a friend, former first-round draft pick has been killed. That's how you talk about that. Any other way? Nah, that ain't the way to go. Rest in peace to Dwayne Haskins. My condolences to his family, his friends, loved ones, his wife. Man, you know what? Life is something else. Because we can be here one minute and gone the next. I'm sure when Dwayne Haskins woke up, I know for a fact he didn't never think that would be the last time he would be alive. Know what it is, wife or family, none of them ever know that. And that's why it's important for us to love on each other while we're here. Be kind to one another, show respect. Cover each other in love, and tell people that you love. Tell people that you love them so they can hear that. Because we never know, man. Life can be very short, and just super tragic, man. We don't get everybody not guaranteed a whole long time. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. It's something happening just crazy. But I'm sad to even hear that it happened, man. Machiavelli Mills TV. I'm out. Peace.